Hey guys, how's it going? My name is DeadlySpark and welcome to a different Ravenswatch video this time. I am going to tell you how to get every hidden skin in the game. This has taken me a bit of time. I've done a bit of grinding, and because of this grinding I am a little bit of ahead of where the videos are at, and I got some wins that I wasn't expecting to get, which are unfortunately not recorded, but that's neither here nor there for this video. So first off, we're going to jump into Scarlett. Now, the little thing you get is human after all. This is the skin, and you get this by picking Shapeshifter and playing the entire game in human form. Now, I won the game doing this. You only have to do it on adventure, and I believe that's how you do it. You have to win the game. Maybe you don't, but at the very least, definitely try that while playing, because that is how I unlocked this hidden outfit. It's a pretty simple one. The build I went with, it was an attack build. These work really well together. Getting extra combo points is good for your power. Wide attacks makes everything easier, and double strike is extremely strong, especially if you get a couple of extra dashes and anything that gives you extra like crit chance, because this can hit really hard. So that can be a good way to get through the run. Next up, we have the Pied Piper. This one I don't have quite as many details on. This one says Rat Lovers. This is the skin. And I went rat build. I ran explosive rats, I had horde, I had giant rats, and I had stimulant vibes, and I had invasive blast. I didn't actually have leeching charm, nor did I have nor did I have this alt. So you don't need full 100% rat build, but I assume it has something to do with the total damage or how much you use it. So if you make it to the end and win or get close to winning your run, I got it playing Darkness difficulty, but I lost against Baba Yaga, so you do not need to win, and you can do it on adventure as far as I'm aware. So just go full rat build, use a rats as often as possible, and get close to the end, and you should get this outfit. Next up, Beowulf. This one is probably the one I have the least information on, but also a very specific bit of information that's important. I unlocked this skin playing as the Pied Piper, which is weird. But my friend was playing Beowulf, and he was using explosive fire. So what I can say for almost certain, it is exploding an enemy that is ignited. That gives you the skin. How many it is, or if it's a certain amount at once, I'm not sure of the specifics, but the only way I could have done it as Pied Piper is by someone playing as Beowulf igniting the enemies, and then me killing them and them exploding because they had this trait. Now, I was going special build with Pied Piper, so I had big area effects. So I assume it is kill a certain amount at once, and if it is a certain amount at once, I'd recommend Fiery Seismo with this, because the first hit can ignite them, the second hit, if it doesn't kill them, the third hit will, and it will kill a massive amount. And if you get like the right point of interest, like the swamp creature point of interest on like the docks looking area where there's tons of enemies in a red zone, you could probably knock it out like instantly. If it's a certain amount during a run, then play the run till the end. But I'd recommend doing both of those things either way, and going as far as you can to kill as many ignited enemies as possible, making sure they explode, and you should get the skin. The Snow Queen. This one, quite simple, Icebreaker. It's another one. A lot of them seem to be related to the traits. This is an important distinction. A lot of them are very much trait dependent. So this one is Icebreaker. As you could have guessed, it's to do with shattering. and you have to shatter a bunch of enemies all at once. Now, I did a bunch. I got to a bird point of interest on chapter 2 that was in red zone, and there were tons of birds everywhere. I got them all at once and then shattered them. I was using this so that the chilled would last longer, so more would get chilled over a period of time. And having, where is it? It's the one where you can charge, this one. Having this where you can store it and do a bigger area means you can cover more areas at once. Alternatively, if you have multiple defenses, you can go over more at once, but you want to get hit up as many as possible. 10 plus, 15 plus to be safe, and you'll get the hidden skin. Aladdin. This one is interesting. What I did for this was, and what you have to do is use at least one of each wish. Now, what I did was I used one of each wish on each stage, on each chapter. So I used 3 wishes stage on chapter 1, 3 wishes on chapter 2, and 3 wishes on chapter 3, just to make sure that I got it, and I did get it. As you can see, it's called Wish Rainbow, so you have to use all the wishes. So I would recommend, well, what I did actually was I used Jin's Might to be safe, because you will easily get enough shards in the run to be able to buy wishes, but you absolutely need Dream Wish, because you need to get more wishes. You only need to buy a total of 4, so that's 600 dream shards, because you start with 3 and you get 1 additional each on each further chapter, so then you only need 4 more to get to 9. You can do this on adventure as well, so that's pretty easy and simple then. So you can go just safe with this, so you have the strength to survive. Survivability is very important. I also found this to actually be really handy, so you can do damage while being out of combat. But apart from that, it's a pretty simple one if you can make it all the way to chapter 3 at the very least, and then spam your wishes out and then call it done. So now we'll move on to Melusine. This is one I did by accident. But you have to heal a lot. Water brings life. Now, either use Sing Dance or Spring Water. It will get you a lot of healing, especially if you're playing with a group. Now, I feel like this one could be a little more tough if you're playing solo compared to a group. I did it in a 4-man run, where I believe I was using Sea Dance, but I had like Mermaid Tears. I had this I was using very frequently, and I think I had 10,370 something healing in that run. So, but get over 10k healing and you'll be fine. You'll get the hidden outfit. I'd make sure to make sure you do just as much healing as possible. If you feel like you've done a lot of healing, do more just in case, and you'll get the Water Brings Life skin. Next up, we have Gepetto. This one's probably the easiest one out of all of them. 1-man army. This one, what I did was I had lots of dummies on the field. What I used was this, so I could get them out quicker before they died. And I had the one that increases the dummy family. I forget which one that is off the top of my head, but it's one of these. There it is. No, it isn't. One of them gives an extra dummy. You have that one, you get 4 dummies out. You drop a 5th one, you get 5 dummies out, and that should be enough. I also had an extra ultimate, so I had 6 dummies out at once. But either way, just as many dummies out at once as possible, and you'll get the 1-man army hidden outfit. Next up, we have Sun Wukong. Now this one could potentially be the most difficult, depending on how good you are at the game. Up there with Scarlett as well, depending on your skill with the game. This one, you have to, well, at least what I did and got the achievement after the fact, Master of Disguise. You need to kill each Master Nightmare while transformed. But I spent a bunch of time doing stuff with Thirst for Immortality to see if I could get the hidden skin, and got nothing. And I had to switch to something else. Sometimes you'll notice that they don't use a trait, and that is because this trait doesn't necessarily do damage. I did trait stuff for a while. I did Thirst for Immortality stuff, but didn't work. And then we ended up going to try something else, and got it with Transfiguration. You have to kill the bosses. Each one, you can do it on adventure, important to note, and as long as you get the final blow, I believe, this would probably be easier to do in a solo run, because other people might snag your kill. You get the killing blow while transformed, and that should work, and you'll get the achievement. Again, you only have to do it on adventure, and you do all 3 chapter bosses, and you're good. And last but not least, we have Carmilla, which for me was the most difficult one. It was quite frustrating, and then I unlocked a couple of things that made it much easier, but this is the most important thing you need to have to be able to do this. You need to last in your trait for a long time, minute plus minimum. You have to be in your trait. You have to keep going with it. This was the last one I unlocked as well, and I was certain it had to be trait related because most of the others were. And I kept trying for so long to have long-lasting traits. And then I unlocked this, and this is important. Don't do it early, because this isn't enough to keep it maintained. Get this, upgrade both of these to max, and then try and go for it, and you should be able to stay in your form for ages. I'm pretty sure I stayed in my form the longest during the first boss fight. I stayed the whole day cycle of that fight, the whole starting day cycle, before it became nighttime, because you heal a bunch passively in your trait, which is really good, so you can keep using life tap a lot more and maintain your form for a lot longer. Definitely try and do it at daytime. It's much easier to maintain it for longer at daytime. And that should be it for this video. I hope this was helpful information. I hope you're able to unlock all the skins after this, and that this is a very informative video. It took me a bit of time to get some of them, figuring out which one's which, but we got here in the end, and we got them all unlocked, and I hope this video here is able to help you unlock yours. Now, without further ado, I think we'll be ending this video. Thank you for watching. If you liked this, feel free to check out my other Ravenswatch content of me playing with my friends, or comment down below on what you want to see me try and do. And I'll see what I can do. We're backlogged with a lot of videos, so it might take a while for it to come out, but nonetheless, if you enjoy, feel free to stick around and wait for them to come out. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!